You know what? I think I kind of figured this out. All right, now, the world has ended. It has. We're in the middle of an Armageddon. It's not what you would think it is. Everybody on Earth who sees this, you're going to have to play this like a game. And here's why. There's no guarantee we stay here. We may all die. Now, it's written me into a relay of a reverse of words where I'll say shit that is totally absurd. I mastered the fine art of a craft in a quilt. I took blasphemy back off of its stilt. I took it to the top of a ring, then I rung everything that Simony had done. Simony came as a curse so fine, he even interwove it in God's design. We call it the curse of the one legion of nine. From a time-traveling bell, it started just like so, in a time that you knew as 1944. Now, you'll understand the way that I did my design. I wrote 3 in a row and backwards on 9. That's God's math, and it's time travel-y tight. He even told it to me in a fucking plug one night. It was a Samsung, and my bell was wrong. The numbers came printed on a C1 quilt. Numbers of a graphical design on a motherboard, green as the vine. A detrimental play by design, because right below was C1 fold, don't you know? Deviating the code. The true numbers was this, watch them unfold. Now, through the time travel that I see, and the way that God's words of let there be light, a movement of an ocean of vocal friction at night. Because he set a firmament in the skies above before he hung the stars and we pushed and shoved. A firmament's no different than what you see than the cement in this geology. Oh, look at the green, so fine and bright. Nigga, I brought that shit in one night. That's the proof in the cloth and the fold of the filth. That's how you speak when you stand on God's stilt. You speak like it spoke like it's already done, because there's no room for losers' imperfections, my son. But the filth was felt, and it's really like this. And it's cement to us, and it's like this, cuz the firmament's the same, but it's firm and it's meant. So what you put in that motherfucker should never be rent, or wrought or brought or moved or seen outside of its shimmery gene. Gem is a gem that was gold that was stolen. It's the pivotal moment of the ocean in flowing. Now, Hitler was back in 1944, World War II. That's when all the shit came through. You scoot on over to last October when I watched a motherfucking portal unfold. Standing right in front of that show. My eyes turned around, seen dinosaurs aching. Motherfucking beasts longer than shaking. That means by the time you walk across the fucking ground that they've rumbled kind of a distance on its back, the fucking vibration done ran forwards and you in a tract. Forwards through the back and right through the middle, you'll shake right in the middle of that pivotal thing. Legs so motherfucking tall they were boomerang. To us in the time of a current at sea, that means the middle of this geology. A geology is not the rocks that are golden and grand of a study that you do across one land. The geology of everything that you see is the geology of what you divine as a family tree down to the blood. And it came out of the mud, which came from the first, which came from the star, which came from the heart of a pivotal star, that what you call neutron. I call it neutronium, because I know how to make it into tangible onium. Onium is one that came from ion. Ion came first, and then came Zion. Zion's the house that God built, and it came down to. You see how there's no words there, son? They actually are. they rearrange to the parts of a star. Now, if I take my father's words and the math that he brought to find my brother and me and everything that lives inside of that geology, ain't that fine? But you know, one don't fit. I'll turn 9 into 2. Watch this shit. 9 minus 1. Well, shit, that means 8, son. Take the 8 across, divide it by 2. How many motherfucking times do you do? Well, you know that's going to be number 2. Add the 1. Shit, it'll make it 3. Well, 3 can easily turn into 1. Check it out, motherfucker. I'm going to show you how it's done. You got the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. It only makes one symbol, if you hear it. How about let there be light? See how the letters and the numbers just fit just right? No, this shit makes a difference as to why I made it. It's just 5 numbers, simple and faded. Let there be light. Light came as a spark to start a star. Written just like that. Because I just showed you why in a tangible math. So if it's infinitely going forward from the start of that fucking spit, by the time it smacks the wall of space, it's inversed on you. Right in your motherfucking face in view. Now you can see walk to that and talk all the shit you be and beat each other up and blow out brains for eternity. But that symbol first belonged to me. I'm the leader of everything that you claim on this shit, and I really don't fucking appreciate it. I speak for one, I speak for my father in the body of a white man named James Ray Ruth, but to tell you the truth, I fit right in. That's somebody trying to down. Yeah, you hear that shit? I'm talking something serious. Stay the fuck out of my head. We're divine voice intervention, and we can often be said. Now, I know you heard what the fuck I just read. Let's chime it in to a middle of a bar of something very serious and a powerful scar. It's a warning for where you are. It shows you right there where I stand, how I fit about any and all of this bullshit. This ain't about that clique culture or set. I really don't give a fuck about none of that. You can apply that to any fucking thing there is, including your face. Hitler went back in time in 1943 using a bell that rang, and it came from me. I gave Tesla information in word. Take the knowledge back and let it reverb. One day you're gonna meet the nigga that fit, and he gonna time travel, and boom, be gone with it. Re-race Auschwitz. You know, that's re-race Auschwitz in a rhyme that came whizzled when it vibrated and wobbled and came back in some missiles. Eagle's Nest went boom. HBO got a show, and at the same motherfucking time, genocide flow. Ray let it go. Nigga, I brought the army of the pharaohs through like a sparrow with a flu, and it brought it all the way back to a time divine that Leonardo da Vinci couldn't even draw a design. I brought the goddamn rats across the ocean in a boat to sink this motherfucking life afloat. I gave COVID its only fucking start when I gave it the Black Plague from straight from the heart, coming out of the fucking void with the word love to make her annoyed. That's how God let me speak myself in. I got a lion named Leviathan. And you thought it was Tajai. Yeah, they don't even listen like that because it's mysterious. You know, Mystical, talk about Mystic Cow? Yeah, my wife, that fat bitch, wow. Sold her soul to a demon. Left my kids in their bed sleeping. Peeping in and out of your fucking hearts and your eyes. Killing your brain with no mysterious guise. And then you sell it back. Unaware that she done spoke you in like that. You ain't even have a fucking choice. That bitch's name is Joyce. Yeah, she dating an all-Golian that's all gone in her head because it done got 8 on. That bitch name is Jamie, and she's claiming everything that I'm shaming. Yeah, to walk on, it's the ground that my father gave to me, the only rock worth naming. It's called eternity. It's the world of you and me.